everything got real grim. So we got kicked off of the farm that we were at, and then within 10 hours of being home, here comes the floods, man. It's just like drama after drama after drama. And, man, we got hit pretty damn hard. You know, Nashville took a big blow. A lot of people lost everything that they had. But right now, we here in about 2 weeks on my website, hank3.com, we're going to have I'm a survivor of the 2010 flood in Tennessee. And the money's going to go straight to families that lost everything. It's not going to go through a big organization, and they don't.
And y'all are you're going to have a T-shirt or something y'all are going to sell?
Yeah, it's a T-shirt, and it's basically going for the folks that lost everything they had, trying to get them back up on their feet, man.
That sounds real good. Now, I also saw on your website where there's some kind of homemade moonshine jugs. Tell us about that.
Yeah, old Cleet Meters. He's something else. He's out of Georgia, just a good old boy, and. You know, I met him a long time ago. He used to make them devil jugs that had the faces on them, and came out to a show, and he's like, man.
Now, did he have anything in those jugs when he came out? Did he have, you know, if you're going to have a jug with the devil on the face, you might have something in the jug, right?
Well, he's been down that road before. That's for sure, man. And, you know, his friends up in Georgia are just like, well, how in the hell did you strike up a deal with Hank? He's like, I just asked him. It was as simple as that, man. A handshake, and then we're doing business. So, Cleet Meters, check him out, man. He makes them devil jugs that will turn you on fire.
You know, makes the white lightning even more white lightning. Now, y'all are getting ready to do a tour starting here soon, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to cross the border up in Canada one more time.
Oh, man, watch out. I've seen the back of your bus. It's going to be hard for you. It's going to be hard for you to get across and to get back.
That's for sure, man. I've already hired the lawyers. You know, some of my guys got some felonies in their corner and all that. So
you might bring your own drug sniffing dogs and say these dogs don't smell nothing.
I hear you, man. So we're gearing up to go to Canada. It's been a long time. Shoot, man, some of the best outdoor shows I've ever done has been up around there. So we're looking forward to it. Like I said, it's been about 10 or 12 years.
And y'all, that's going to start on Friday, June 4th up in Toronto, right?
Yeah, that's where we're kicking it off. About 17 days up in Canada, then we'll be working our way back to Tennessee. So another month out there on the road, and then we'll be kicking it up again in August.
We're talking to Hank 3. He's got a brand new CD. It's called The Rebel Within. Hank 3, I noticed in the last 10 years, you're like the leader of an underground movement. I don't know if you know this, but you're one of those bands. Everybody that hears your band goes out and forms a band. I got to tell you, I get emails every day from people saying, "Hey, listen to my band," or "Check out my buddy's band." Well, half of them sound like you. You are the leader of an underground hellbilly movement.
Well, man, that's just I think that comes from just doing what we do, not trying to be a one-hit wonder, having the longevity, and after the show, saying hello to the fans, making them feel connected, man, and doing both styles, the country and the hellbilly and the assjack. That's what made me carve my niche after all these years.
And when people come to the show, they'll get some traditional country music. They'll get some revved up country music, and then they'll get the sound of the devil taking the shit.
That's it, man. It's full on. As David Allan Coe said one time, he's like, thanks for scaring the hell out of everybody for me. I'll go up there and show them how it's really done.
We're talking to Hank 3. Now, Hank 3, yesterday on the radio on Outlaw Country, I asked the listeners to send me an email what questions they should ask you.
All right.
And two or three people asked the same question in a different way. You know, your song about your grandfather not being in the Grand Ole Opry. The Grand Ole Opry ain't so grand anymore.
Yeah.
They wonder if they should go. Should they boycott the Grand Ole Opry? Should they go and protest? Should they stand up and say something?
Well,
what's your feelings on all that?
Man, we've brought this topic up so much. I mean, people have protested. We've done the signs. We've got over, 60,000 signatures. And it's just paying respects where respects are due. Now, me and some other high-up guys have worked on it. They say because he's dead, he can't be a member. Well, on your website, you have other dead people that's still listed as a member. So once little Jimmy Dickens dies, he's not going to be a member of the Grand Ole Opry anymore. And they're just not preserving history. It's just fucked up. Simple as that, man.
Do you think they're just being mean and spiteful?
Well, I don't know what Hank did. I know he messed up and got drunk a couple times and puked on stage. Yeah, I understand that. But as far as 50 years later, still holding a grudge and not letting things be, man, he must have fucked somebody's girlfriend pretty damn hard.
Somebody's daughter must have. Maybe he had a three-way with the girlfriend and a daughter.
Yeah, man. Who knows?
Maybe somebody had a stash of pills and he took them all or something.
Look out, man. But it's hard to say what the fans can do to make a difference. I just keep hoping one day that they'll pick up the phone and say, "Yeah, it's about time that we have a ceremony and bring Hank Williams back into the circle." It's as simple as that.
Right? Because what the fans are asking, they love you. And they also want it when they're visiting Nashville. They want to go to the Opry, and the question they're having is, should they go? Should they go in protest? Should they wear a T-shirt? Or are they disappointing you by going? Or what exactly is there? In the middle of the show, should they stand up and get thrown out by yelling?
Oh, well, man, all those things have basically been done. And it's just a standoff. Once they go in there, they should definitely bring it up. And it's as simple as that. And the presidents of the Grand Ole Opry, that's who they need to be calling and sending the emails to and hitting them up. But seeing the history of the Grand Ole Opry is one thing, but here soon, we ain't going to give up on the fight. And if they never come around, at least we got to say a big fuck you.
Hank 3, thank God for being our guest. As you can tell, I love you. I think you carry on the spirit of outlaw country in the most bodacious manner of anybody alive. I really like the new record, The Rebel Within, and I appreciate you coming on and being our guest here on Outlaw Country.
Well, thank you, Mojo. I'll be seeing you in old sunny San Diego before you know it, man.
All right, here's that song. The Grand Ole Opry ain't so grand anymore. Hank 3's got a new CD, The Rebel Within. You're listening to Outlaw Country.
But they keep him outside their door. Hell, they didn't even really want Johnny Cash back in '74. Said the Grand Ole Opry ain't so grand anymore. Well, they were nervous about Waylon because he had a crooked smile. For many, many years, they never wanted both see business. He's too goddamn loud. Do you really think they ever wanted Johnny Paycheck hanging around? Hell, nah, because they're too uptight, wild. The real rebels like to get down. Most people listening to this, it might seem like I'm talking shit, but if you look behind the scenes of who's pulling the strings, well, goddamn it, it'll make you sick. Hank Williams still ain't reinstated, and I'll tell you that's fucking bullshit. And the King Jimmy Martin, if he is still here, he'd tell them all to suck his dick. Well, they were nervous about Waylon, 'cause he had a crooked smile. For many, many years, they never wanted both see business. He's too goddamn loud. Do you really think they ever wanted Johnny Paycheck hanging around? Hell, nah, 'cause they're too uptight, wild. The real rebels like to get down. And the Grand Ole Opry ain't so grand anymore. They done fucked off the people that made it worth the shit before. Hell, they didn't even really want Johnny Cash back in '74. Said the Grand Ole Opry ain't so grand anymore. No, the Grand Ole Opry ain't so grand anymore. Did you know Hank Williams ain't a member, but they keep him outside their door? Hell, they didn't even really want Johnny Cash back in '74. Said the Grand Ole Opry ain't so grand anymore. It makes me wonder, folks,